A gaming convention is a gathering that's centered on role-playing games, collectible card games, miniatures, war games, board games, video games, or other types of games. These conventions are typically 2 or 3 days long, and often held at either a university or in a convention center hotel. The annual Gamescom in Cologne is the world's leading expo for video games. The largest gaming convention, Spiel, is a trade fair held in Essen, Germany that focuses on German-style board games and RPGs. A similarly large event is Festival Ludique International de Parthenay, a games festival held over 12 days in France. While games are often a large part of science fiction conventions and other hobby conventions, gaming conventions are distinguished by focusing on games and game industry guests. The Penny Arcade Expo is the largest gaming convention in the U.S. with over 70,000 attendees at both its East and Prime events. Gen Con has an emphasis on RPGs and features events for RPGs, CCGs, miniatures and board games with 56,614 unique attendees over 4 days in 2014. Origins focuses on miniatures, war games and board games with 12,902 unique attendees in 2014, but also has a large component of RPG and CCG players. DragonCon is an example of a large convention with a focus on popular culture and comics that includes a large gaming contingent and 35,000–40,000 attendees, but isn't dedicated solely as a gaming convention. A smaller genre of gaming conventions are those devoted to the hobby of historical miniature wargaming, many of which are sponsored by the Historical Miniatures Gaming Society. World Board Gaming Championships, PrezCon and EuroQuest are game conventions representing the hobby of tournament board gaming, open gaming, demos, junior events and more dedicated to the face-to-face board game hobby. The World Board Gaming Championships and PrezCon are considered 2 of the largest events dedicated solely to board games. WBC runs the first week in August each year and PrezCon runs the last week of February each year. Events. Gaming conventions typically have games scheduled for various time slots. Most gaming cons use some system of pre-registration to ensure that games are neither overfull nor underfull. Competitive games, such as Magic: The Gathering, typically have tournaments set out where players meet in matches. Prizes can be quite large for the winners. There are also competitive role-playing games, where the best role players, most successful parties, etc. get rewarded. The RPGA runs competitive D&D and other RPGs at many conventions. Most scheduled RPGs, however, are not competitive. The types of games often include many of the following: collectible card games aka CCGs, like Magic: The Gathering and Pokémon. Board games. Role-playing games aka RPGs, like Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder role-playing game, Shadowrun and Traveller. RPGA games. Tabletop miniatures games like Battletech, HeroClix, Car Wars, Flames of War and Warhammer 40k. LARPs. Electronic games. Open gaming goes on throughout any such convention, and it is common that all seating in common areas will be taken by people playing pick-up games. Pick-up gaming is not generally discouraged by the convention management. In fact, pick-up games are a large part of the appeal of gaming conventions. There is almost always a dealer's room where various game manufacturers and related companies sell their products. Many game companies choose game cons to reveal new products. Creating consumer excitement is greatly facilitated at gaming cons, but word can spread fast, and games may equally well become instant failures at conventions. Often there are other activities at a gaming convention as well. Costume balls, art auctions, and screenings of movies may all take place. Lectures, workshops, or panel discussions on gaming might be part of the programming, or for some cons, even the focus.